Hi, everybody. Jason Camus here, Executive Director with Sertoma, and I am here today with Kathy Glenn, who is a candidate for Regional Director in the Southeast region. And I guess candidate is the wrong terminology because she will be the winner as long as she gets one vote. And I will always say that, candidates should vote for themselves, but still an opportunity for us to introduce Kathy to all of our membership as she'll be serving on the board of directors for Sertoma International for the next 3 years. So Kathy, welcome. Why don't you go ahead and just start by introducing yourself and just tell us a little bit about you.
Well, good morning, everyone. I was born. Okay, maybe we shouldn't go back that far. I grew up in South Carolina. I went to school at Clemson University. I'm a mom. I've got 2 grown adult sons and 5 fabulous grandchildren. I've been in Sertoma for 21 years, serving through most all of the offices. I've been president 3 times. I've been, of course, chairman of the board after all of those. VP of membership, VP of fundraising, things of that nature. By trade, I'm a chef. I'm retired out of the restaurant industry and currently are still busy doing private events, small event catering. I also run a gourmet popcorn company. I inherited my father's workaholic gene. So I'm just always trying to find something to keep me busy. And after 21 years in Sertoma, I just felt like I was ready to step forward and maybe do a little bit more.
Excellent. Well, we're glad to have you. Retired chef sounds great because, I'm sure we can have you at board meetings. You could whip us up during a break, but you kind of answered my next question. Why are you running? And was there a particular reason or something that struck you? You were like, hey, I'm in and I'm ready to go.
I looked at my path forward in Sertoma probably 17 years ago. My husband passed away when he was the district governor for the Tampa Bay area. And our plan had been that at that point that he was going to move into regional director and I would move up to governor. And then, of course, life changes, things change. You don't see things the same way anymore. So I let a few years go by, but I'm in a position now to where I have the ability and the interest in traveling and getting to know people. I've also watched for 20 years as the world has changed, especially the online world. And I know that all of our clubs need to step in to social media, to online access, to just getting the word out about their clubs. I'm concerned that we're aging out as an organization and we need to get onto the platforms that the younger people are on. I run businesses on social media. I'm on there every day. I'm probably the most well-versed person in my club, at least, on social media. And they're as guilty as anybody about not feeling that we need an online presence. I disagree, but I would love to see the clubs, especially in the Southeastern region that I would be representing, to come together a little bit more, let us know what each other is doing so that we can help support each other. We don't typically find out about a lot of fundraisers until after they're over, and we can't support them at that point in time. So I just like to do more to bring us all together and take us into the future.
Excellent. So what do you love about Sertoma? What's the Sertoma experience been like for you?
It's been a good one. I guess I've always enjoyed helping people, making sure people have what they need. Whether my particular club is a women's only club. Well, I will say it's an all women's club. We certainly wouldn't not have a man in the club. We just haven't had anybody wanted to put up with this much estrogen. So we primarily work with the hearing impaired. We work with children. We work with the veterans. And so I enjoy, seeing results. And in these type of things, they are visible results. These are a lot of times underserved people. They're underserved communities of people. And it makes a difference in people's lives. And that's what I really feel is the most rewarding thing, is when you get those little thank you notes or you get that hug.
Yeah, definitely. That sounds great. So, you shared a little bit about your history in Sertoma. Tell us just a little bit. Your club is an all women's club currently. What type of activities did
Yes.
your club do?
We are very hands-on. We don't raise a ton of money during the year. We are a very hands-on club to raise our funds. We do craft shows through the fall and Christmas seasons. We partner with the Zonta Club of Tampa, and jointly we make and sell a lot of different type of crafts, and that creates our operating but our sponsorship budget. And but we have people on the ground when they go to, we work with a couple of hearing impaired classes at one of the elementary schools. We do, the Great American Teach-In. We have sponsored the USF Sertoma Club at University of South Florida, and they now go in with us or on their own to do presentations at several different elementary schools. We work with the Florida Speech and Hearing Foundation at some of their fundraisers. And we, in also charities like Metropolitan Ministries, Dress for Success, things like that.
Excellent. Well, I will say that partnership is something we talk a lot about, both at the international level and even from the clubs. When we visit with clubs, when we go to regional conventions, we talk a lot about that, and we're learning more and more about our clubs that do have existing partnerships. So it was interesting to hear you say Zonta, because that's one of the big service organizations that's out there that we meet with annually at a conference. And I've not heard one of our clubs that works with a local Zonta club. So that's kind of cool. We have a lot of that partner with Lions or Civitan and other organizations. So we like to hear that. But so I assume outside of Sertoma, you do some other things. I mean, obviously you have a few jobs, but do you want to share any hobbies or anything about you, or maybe even leadership roles you've had outside of what you're going to be doing and what you've done in Sertoma?
Well, the hobbies, I really don't. I do have hobbies that I enjoy. I tell people that some of my hobbies are like coffee and chocolate and wine, but those, I'm not sure those are really hobbies. I enjoy quilting when I have time to and don't have 5 other things to do. But I just enjoy being out with people. I enjoy going antiquing. My roles in leadership have been, I've always been self-employed. I wasn't just a chef at a restaurant. I owned the restaurant. So I had all of the leadership roles, the management roles, as well as all of the, managing the kitchen staff and the rest of my employees as well. So it's I think always been in me to be a natural leader. And I think I probably gravitate toward things that let me do that. Maybe in my own way. I'm a little OCD. I'm a planner. I live by a calendar. I live by a spreadsheet. So it tends to get things done.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, as we wrap up, is there anything we missed today that you want to share with anybody?
I don't think so, other than if you've got somebody in the group who can make me stop saying, my public speaking professors at college would be mortified right now. I don't think so. I think I've covered just about everything that would be pertinent. I'm ready to travel. I'm ready to get together with the clubs. I'm very interested in getting to some of the fundraisers and participating with them and seeing how they will operate and what we can take from each club and share with the rest of them to make us all better as a whole.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, I think that's great. What I will say is, we're excited to have you. You obviously will step into this role because you are running uncontested. But, it goes without saying, we still want members in the Southeastern region to vote because you also are, all of our members across the country are voting for vice president candidates, which we have this year. So please, encourage anybody watching, reach out and vote. Kathy, I look forward to working with you for the next 3 years. And if anybody, you'll be stepping into this role July 1st. So if anybody wants to reach out to Kathy beforehand or after, please do so. So Kathy, once again, thanks for being with us today. And I would say best of luck in the election, but all you got to do is get one vote. So I think you have this one locked.
Well, my club says they're going to vote for me, but we'll see. So,
There you go. There you
but
go.
thanks for having me this morning.
Definitely.